Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913.
And I'm Ghostyfilms.
And we're Let's Playing Doom 2.
Yeah.
In the last episode...
I don't remember what we did in the last episode.
Neither do I. I was kind of hoping you'd figure it out.
I think... Oh, I know what we did. Whoa! Holy shit! Go!
In the last episode, Dan ran for his life. And he's doing so again in this episode, as you can see.
Well, that was kind of... Now I'm starting to remember.
Yeah, you have no bullets.
Yeah. Whoa! I have no bullets.
Yeah, you have no bullets.
That's an unpleasant surprise.
You have no health.
What the hell was I doing?
You have no armor, which is a good thing or a bad thing.
Put on a few pounds.
Yeah, you totally did. So in the last episode, Dan was having a lot of trouble dying and not dying and stuff.
Let's see. So basically,
I say, Dan, if you want,
what?
you should turn on infinite bullets.
No.
So you get your bullets back, and then shut it
there's
off.
50 bullets.
Yeah, but those are stupid
armor.
bullets. Those are stupid bullets.
I'm
Dan.
scavenging for materials.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the last person alive on this planet. Apparently.
I don't think so, Dan. I thought I saw one woman.
Why
And
didn't you
even
point her
she
out?
And even she didn't want anything to do with you
Really?
or me.
Even though I'm the last man on Earth?
Yeah.
That's
Just
sad.
like that. Just like that thing.
I would think that if you're the last person on Earth, like, people will just sleep with you, like, without question.
No, you would be.
Ooh, look down there, Pete.
What? What is that?
Cells.
Shells?
Cells.
Cells like she cells?
She sells C cells down by the she store.
Yeah. So anyways, Dan, even if you were the last person on Earth, and you and like some lady, like really, would you really want the race to continue? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you can say we gotta do it to keep our race from continuing, but what if she was like, nah? What would you say then, Dan?
I would be a little upset.
That she didn't wanna procreate with you and make sure that your race survives.
Yeah,
Nice.
because that would be a slap in the face, like,
To the humans of all humans.
what the? I want the human race to die because I find you that to be that revolting.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right to me, but
Yeah.
it happens.
I guess so.
I've seen it happen, Dan.
You've seen the world end, and like you were.
I was the third guy left on Earth, right?
Yeah.
And there was this guy, he was real ugly. And this other girl, she was hot. And the guy ended up stabbing me in the back, so I
Really?
died. But as I laid,
Is this a true story?
it is, Dan, because I took a machine that took me through, let's say, space.
Boo!
Right? And I was sitting and I was dying in the corner, and you know how when you die in time, you get warped back to the original time that you were at, Dan?
Really?
Did that ever happen to you? Or you were in another?
I think that did happen to me once, because I have a similar story.
Well, anyways, so I was laying there dying, and as I was dying after the really hideous guy stabbed me in the back, and he went up to the very pretty woman and said, would you like to have sex with me, because we are the last two people, he said, left on Earth. And she asked where I was, and she said, oh, he tragically died because he fell on his knife. And she said, no, I'm not going to even procreate with you. So then, as soon as I died, I was transported back into my dimension, kind of like a quantum leap kind of thing, and there you go.
Nice.
But I found out that even that one woman was so what's the word, horrified or detested this guy, his hideous features so much that she would not continue the human race with him. Plus, he was a bad person. He stabbed me in the back.
He did.
So, even though I told him, I was telling him the truth. I told him
I have a similar story where I was like going in space, and I I came back to Earth, and it seemed... Whoa. Did I just free this guy from his little prison? Anyway, I came back to Earth, and only to find that it was in ruins, and that apes had taken over the planet. And I was like, no! And I managed to... I was walking along the beach, and the Statue of Liberty was like laying there. And I was like, no, you bastards! You blew it up, didn't you? And then I realized that I could only like sleep with like monkeys if I wanted to stay alive, so I shot myself. And then I woke up in this time again, kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah, but and that's why you wrote that book about your experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. Yeah.
I called it Monkey Lovin', the Dan Brown story.
Yeah. I remember it sold like 10 to 20 copies. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people didn't like it more.
I know.
It was a good book. It was a good read, let me tell you.
It had everything you could possibly ask for in a novel.
Yeah.
I mean, not a novel, in a non-fiction account of actual events.
Yeah, you had this whole space drama that you have to go through.
Yeah.
With the mutiny that was going on in your ship. And then when you... what the hell is that, Dan?
It's a, it's a lever.
Did you already hit it?
No.
Okay.
This is where the level ends.
Okay, goody.
But yeah, it's like the,
It's like the corpses of every man ever.
and they're connected with pipes and stuff.
Cool.
And you hit this lever, and, I don't know.
So anyways, Dan, you know, you had that space drama.
Uh-huh.
And then you had,
The factory.
then you had this thing happen, like, you came back to your planet?
Oh, we made it to a new section. You have won! Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth.
Dan, time out.
What?
Read in a funny voice or something. Or a good, something dramatic. Let's do it.
You have won! Your victory has enabled humankind to evacuate Earth and escape the nightmare. You are the only human left on the face of the planet. Cannibal mutations, carnivorous aliens, and evil spirits are your only neighbors. Kind of like my neighbors. You sit back and wait for death, content that you have saved your species. But then, Earth Control beams down a message from space. Sensors have located the source of the alien invasion. If you go there, you may be able to block their entry. The alien base is in the heart of your own home city, not far from the starport. Slowly and painfully, you get up and return to the fray.
If he's the only dude left on Earth, what is he even bothering trying to get to the spaceport? Why don't you just shoot yourself in the head and be done with it?
I think...
And so what if the aliens or the monsters or the demons come and rape my body while I'm dead? What do I care? I'm dead.
Pete, remember what we were talking about before? About how if we were the last people on Earth, there are certain things you'd have to do?
Like what?
I, for one, would probably go to the supermarket and empty the freezer case of all the filet mignon and just get a whole bunch of lobster, and I'd sit down to a nice meal of surf and turf.
See now, Dan, that's what I wouldn't do. One, because I'm not a fan of the whole surf part of surf and turf. I'm not a big fan of fish. So I'd probably take the filet mignon. But let me tell you how my day would go. Alright, I'd wake up. I'd find out that I'm the last person left on Earth. As I looked outside and saw meteors raining down on everyone, and the sky was orange and bright like blood. And then I'd noticed that all my family was nowhere to be found. Kind of like Home Alone, but more tragic.
Wow.
And so I would go outside knowing that I was the last person on Earth. I would go up the street to my local convenience store and pick up a case of Yankee Doodles. Sunny Doodles. You know, Yankee Doodles are the chocolate ones. They're like these cupcakes, but there's like cream in the middle. But the ones that I like are the vanilla, orange, yellow, whatever flavor. I would pick those up. And then there's this place, and right next to my house. Alright, I can walk. It's within walking distance, so I wouldn't have to worry about any kind of thing trying to get me or whatever, because it's right within walking distance. And there's a truck. It's a taco truck, alright? And they make some good Mexican food. I'd probably stop over there, see if anyone's still alive. Obviously, they wouldn't, since I'm the last person alive. I would probably make myself a nice taco and go home and see if there's any sports on that I could watch. Maybe ESPN Classic or something. And I'd probably just hang out for a little while. That'd probably be my first day. Because you know what? what's the one rule, Dan, when you're in emergency?
Oh crap! There's two of them.
What is the one rule that when you're in an emergency, you should follow above all else?
I don't know what.
Don't panic, and that's what I'd be doing. I would be sitting at home with my Sunny Doodles and my taco, not panicking while I was watching ESPN Classic.
P, I still feel like you this whole thing is like a wasted opportunity. Like it's
Dan, as soon as I'm finished watching some ESPN Classic, maybe for like 2 hours or so, I would go to the supermarket and get myself a bunch of grub, Dan. All right. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. It's just, I'm just gonna take it easy.
I just feel like
right?
the end of the world is too important of an event to waste on Hostess cakes.
To get it right, Dan, they're Drake's cakes, but that's all right. And Dan, I'm just taking a little me time before I go out and scavenge the rest of the society. So yeah, I would definitely scavenge society, Dan. It's just at first I just want a little me time.
Alright,
I know I won't be able to watch the news or weather again. I'm gonna miss that because I like to watch the weather, Dan. And then what's gonna happen the next day when I wake up and I'm not gonna get my newspaper with my coupon clippings? What am I supposed to do then, Dan?
I don't know.
How am I supposed to save any money on 6 or 4 packs of toilet paper rolls?
Pete, everything would be free though.
Yeah, because I'm stealing them. That's right. But it's just.
Well, you're not stealing from anybody because nobody exists anymore.
Yeah, well, Dan, I would still probably just hang out.
You would think of all the time you'd save clipping coupons.
Yeah, I would save a lot of time because I'd have so much money to spend.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? How people think. You know what? One of the things I would do is I'd rob a bank. What's the point? Money is worthless.
Gold is worthless.
Yeah.
But one good thing about having everybody on the planet dead is that if you crapped your pants, you would never be embarrassed again.
Never.
You could crap your pants anytime you wanted, and you would never feel shame.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And you could just poop anywhere you wanted. The world would be your personal toilet.
Yeah, and what's the? I just think it'd be really cool to do that. And you know what's another thing I might stop doing after everyone's gone?
What?
I'd probably stop wearing pants. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're right. Except in the wintertime.
Yeah, the winter you gotta wear pants in the winter. It's just too cold.
But my privates would just be flapping in the breeze.
And you know what? You know what's another thing I look for? Let's say the world ends sometime in middle of July. All right, it's kind of hot out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do, Dan?
What?
I'm gonna go up the street. There's a guy. All right. He's got a pool. He never uses it, but he does clean it. I know that when I'm driving by. Sometimes I see him cleaning it. Let's hope that this guy, all right, cleaned his pool the day before the world ended.
Yeah.
And I would go swimming, and of course, Dan, I'm gonna be safe because I'm always thinking. I'm probably gonna stay in the shallow end of that pool because it's an in-ground pool.
What if you had those little floaty, swimmies on?
Well, Dan, I don't want to chance it since I'm the only person left alive. If I go into the deep end, guess what? I'm more than likely going to die.
But swimmies, Pete.
See, Dan,
they
I don't
make
know.
it safe.
I'd have to go inside their house and see if they had any swimmies.
You could have one with a little duck head on it, like a tube with a little duck head.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But
that would be really cool, but
you gotta play it safe.
Yeah, and then there's a bar right next to that guy's house. I might go take some liquor. Why not?
Yeah, even though you don't drink, no reason to be,
Yeah, there's no reason to
a teetotaler.
Yeah.
In the end times.
Yeah, I know. I have so much time to collect, so much time to do all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
I just sit around and see, here's the thing, Dan. Do you need people to run electricity? Let me ask you that. How long would my electricity be on?
I don't know.
Could the power plants run themselves for a little while? Or
maybe if you live in a place where there's wind power or hydroelectric power.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that'd be pretty nice if I still had electricity. Otherwise, I might have to figure out how to get candles and flashlights. And I know my friend Bill. He works for the Duracell. It's Duracell. And I would probably just go over his house because I know where he lives, and I'm sure he's got a ton of batteries that he takes from Duracell.
You know what? I guess
And I would, you know, you gotta plan out your strategy.
You know what we would have if the world ended?
What?
The Pez factory is right near us.
Yeah, the Pez factory. Yeah, I'd finally be able to go inside.
We'd go in and eat all the Pez we could possibly eat.
Yeah, see all the collectible Pez heads I've never been able to see.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, in fact, you know. Maybe I'd take up a little culture while everyone's gone. You know, there wouldn't be long lines at, let's say, the
art gallery.
Yeah, the art galleries, or even what is it, like if I wanted to go to New York or something. There's no cars bothering me, Dan. I'll just go.
I guess if you're...
Like, I'll take a trip to the city.
I guess if you're the last person on Earth, no matter what you do, you're still the most cultured person on the life. Like, you could just watch, like, I don't know, midget porn all day, and you would be the most cultured human being on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
It just seems right.
Oh, shit.
It just seems right.
Yeah. Look at these guys.
I don't know. You know what else I'd do, Dan?
What?
I'd go inside a movie theater.
Yeah.
And you know what I would do? I would go upstairs to where only the employees could be.
Yeah.
And then I'd laugh when the sign says employees only. I'd just be like, ha ha.
You know what? You could go anywhere and, like, you could just, you could go to any sign that says employees only and just go there. And you'd be like, haha, what now?
And you know what's another thing I'd do? When I went to the bathroom, I wouldn't wash my hands after. Just that once. Because I'm not an animal.
Yeah, you're not an animal.
No. Just that once. So then when it says, please wash hands before leaving, I just laugh. I'm like, haha. Signs can't tell me what to do.
That's right.
And you know what? It's another thing I'd probably do, Dan?
Speed?
No, but drive on the opposite end just to see what it'd feel like.
To be in England?
Yeah.
He'd be like, my brother actually did that one time when I was riding in a car with him one time, and he was like, in England, they drive on the left side of the road. And as he said that, he just drove on the left side of the road and just drove there for like a minute. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he just kept on driving on the left.
Yeah.
And he's like, he showed me what it was like to be in England for like about a minute.
Yeah, even though you were terrified.
I was terrified. Yeah. England is a scary place.
Yes, it is. But on that note, I think we're going to have to end the episode here. And then the next episode, we will have to continue with what's this game we're playing?
Doom 2.
Because the apocalypse. Anyways, this has been Country 1913 along with
Ghostyfilms.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.